Okay, so we're looking at river reading using the example of a local rapid here on the River Dee in Invercannie. We'll look at it from the boat, and then from the left bank, and from the right bank. And then we'll actually look at it from the boat again. And the point I'm trying to get across is that the river looks very different from the boat than it does from either bank. And each bank, the view is different as well, obviously. And to show you the benefits of scouting from the bank, where you can spot hazards, but also the limitations, where it's hard to remember and realize where you are in the rapid as you're going down after looking at it from the bank. Okay, so here's the entrance to Invercannie Rapid. It's quite shallow on the left side. There's a kind of submerged rock here. The main channel is close to the right bank, and then there are options. There's a wave train down the right bank, and at medium levels it's possible to come to the left of the wave train. So here's the video, and then we will view from the right bank and from the left bank. Coming down, there's the route through the orange marks. The level's quite low today. So lining up, and again, now the route's becoming more obvious. Some eddies possible over here and over here. And this larger rock, there we go, so there's several eddies, some obstacles. And then behind this rock. But there's an obstacle there, and there is. This eddy, a chance to look down the river. You can see a clear line now. So there's the first ledge, second and third ledge. The wave is coming quite at an angle. There's an eddy here, another one here. There's a there. Once this thing goes through, a large eddy here, dark eddy line, big waves. Yeah, so here's an eddy, there's an eddy on the far side, and the waves down at the flow. This rapid, like many rapids, changes. Again, a channel of rocks here, a ledge, but look at the wave coming quite an angle. You really need to point more with the eddy. So you can see now the edge that is making that large eddy, very sharp eddy line. It's here. At the bottom. Okay, so try and remember that and see if you can recognize any of that from the riverbank shots we're about to look at. So this is looking from the left bank. So looking across, it's clear the main flow is on the river right. This is towards the top of the rapid, and you can see it's shallower over here on the left. This is further up towards the top, and again, very aware that it's shallow, so that the route in is on the river right. So now looking further down the rapid, aware of a kind of rock ledge here, an eddy behind it, but also this wave or eddy line that's at quite a strong angle, and then a wave trough and another wave, and these vary quite a bit at different river levels. Again, shallower over on the left. So this is from the left bank, looking at the entrance into the rapid. Obviously shallow on the left, as we've seen, all the way down. So most of the current is going down along the right bank. But we can also notice there's things happening here, which are rock ledges, which are coming off at an angle from the right bank. And again, more detail of the top. Again, just showing you that most of the water is on the right. Okay, so from the right bank, we have an image here showing how there's quite a bend that probably wasn't so obvious from the left bank. Clearly it's shallow on the left, and we can see that there are various things that are causing the main current to move away from the right bank, and those are those rock ledges. So now we can see, looking up the river, so the current is obviously flowing down this way. We have a rock ledge here, another ledge here, a fairly sharp eddy line here, and here, and also here. So, and then shallow over on this side, you can see rocks in this location. So that's quite a good view of the main features of this rapid. This is closer in, you can see the angle on the wave. So where you're coming into this eddy, you need to punch through here. If you're going straight through, down the V. A bit more detail on one of the ledges, where you're looking at a wave, a bit of a drop, again a sharp eddy line, and coming into this eddy you'd have to be aware of that angle. And again, looking from further up, looking downstream, you're seeing that drop into that, and you can see quite clearly the angle on it here, the eddy here, and the eddy line. So hazards can be seen from scouting on the bank. From either bank you should be able to see a hazard. If you try to scout from your kayak above the rapid, even if you ferry glide from side to side, you may not be able to see around corners, you may not be able to see because the hazard is below your line of vision. So in that case you may come upon a hazard when you're halfway down a rapid, and you may be left with very little time to react. So there are limitations associated with scouting. From the boat, things will look very different than they do from the bank. You can see that for yourself from the pictures that from the bank, and then the video of running the rapid. Which bank you choose to scout from will make a difference, how you perceive the rapid. It's hard to find clear reference points within the rapid that you'll be able to notice and as you come down the rapid in your boat. And it's hard to remember much detail when you're in the rapid. So you really have to just focus on the general route and any hazards to avoid. So here we're going to compare to the views from the left bank and from the right bank, and how it looks actually from your boat. So this is the entrance from the top. This is river left where it was shallow. You're beginning to see the wave trains down here, and let's roll the video. Coming in, there's some hazards here, they're marked. Following it around, wherever the shallowness left. So again, we're finding a route down, we're seeing some eddy. So again, a choice of routes going into this eddy, other eddies. So we're heading for that eddy, but there's a rock in the way. There's an eddy above. Into sea breeze, then rock there. So there's the ledges 1, 2, 3, and then the shallowness of this line. Yeah. There's a rock here, the ledge there, an eddy there, and the ledge. The angle of the waves, the eddy, again, check another eddy, the angle of this wave. So we can move through. So there's eddies on the far side, this side, and the main. Right. There's rock. Look at the angle. There's the rock ledge there, and the angle is. Oh, that's quite a strong roll up here. And looking back up. Now now they're coming out with some obstacles visible. Large eddy at the bottom. And that's it. So hopefully you've seen that while it's useful to scout from the bank, the river from your boat looks quite different. And the skill of being able to read a river from the bank takes time to develop because you have to be able to understand from the bank how it will look from the boat.